welcome to Recipes Galore. Today we are making some stuffed shell, and what we're gonna need is, you're gonna need half an onion, a medium onion chopped. Let me hold that up so you all can see. And you're gonna need 2 parts, actually a half a cup Parmesan cheese, but you need it in 2 different parts. You need to separate it, 1/4 in here, 1/4 in there. So be sure to separate it. You're gonna need 1 can of diced tomatoes, and the recipe calls for 3 cans of 8-ounce tomato sauce. You know me, I experiment in my kitchen. I like marinara sauce. So this is a 24-ounce can, the same amount if you got 3 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce. So I got me some marinara sauce, my favorite. So you can use marinara sauce, or you can use the 3 cans of tomato sauce. It's up to you. You're going to need some Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. Now, I'm gonna tell you how I did my Italian seasoning. I had breadcrumbs at home. I have Italian seasoning at home. I did not go buy extra breadcrumbs just because we needed Italian. I added my Italian seasoning to my breadcrumbs, and I came up with some Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. So, just a little tip in the kitchen. We're going to need 24 ounces of ricotta cheese and 1 egg slightly beaten. We're going to need some oregano. You can use dried oregano. The recipe calls for dried oregano. I like using fresh oregano. I just chopped it up. And some fresh basil. Again, the recipe calls for a half a teaspoon of dried basil. I like fresh. It just tastes much better, and the flavors come out, they pop. You're gonna need 2 cloves of garlic, and you're going to need about 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. So, and to get the jumbo noodles, let me show you what these noodles look like. This is what the jumbo noodles look like. Once you cook them, they kind of expand. So, this is what they look like. You're gonna need 24 of these, so grab a big box. If you can't find a big box, grab 2 small boxes of them. Now, I already have my noodles already prepared. I will show you what my little shells look like. Try not to break it. Oh my gosh, this is huge. You see this? This is one of my noodles. Back to our recipe. The recipe does not call for meat. I like meat sauce. So I am using some sweet Italian sausage that's in the casing. I'm gonna take it out of the casing so I can smush it up. I just take my scissors and go down the casing just like that, and just empty it out into my pan. Just that simple. So we're gonna get started on our sauce, since our noodles are already done. So we're just gonna take these pieces. Let me turn the wrong one. There we go. We're gonna cook our meat first, and then we're gonna add our sauces. But while our meat is cooking, we're gonna make our stuffing for our ricotta cheese. Our stuffing for the ricotta cheese stuffing for the noodles. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's go on. Now, we're gonna start with our ricotta cheese. I'm going to put it in this bowl. Again, you need 24 ounces of ricotta cheese. Now we're going to add our beaten egg to it. 1 part of our Parmesan cheese, and we're going to add our breadcrumbs, our Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. And, oh, I forgot to tell you, we need 2 teaspoons of chopped parsley. Now, the recipe, we got the chopped parsley. We're gonna put that in there, and we're gonna mix all of this up. And I'm gonna try not to make a mess out of it while I'm doing it. I'm gonna let you all see what I have in my bowl as I stir. Can you see that? We got the ricotta cheese, the Parmesan cheese, the breadcrumbs, an egg, and some fresh parsley. Now we need to add some salt. Now, I'm not using salt in mine simply because, you know me, I experiment in my kitchen. I'm using my favorite Italian seasoning. It's garlic and herb seasoning. So I'm gonna put some of that in here instead of salt and pepper. Get that all seasoned, but before I do that, let me chop up my meat. It's starting to cook. I'm gonna add my onions to my meat so they can get soft. But if you don't want to add meat to your sauce, start with the onion. Saute your onions until they get soft in the pan. And then I'll show you where to go from there. Once we get the meat cooked and the onions kind of soft, then we're going to go from there. All right. I'll leave that there. Let those onions start. We're going to finish mixing up our ricotta cheese so we can stuff our shells. I love these recipes because they're quick, they're simple. The hardest part is the prep. Now, I'm going to shred my garlic in here. All right. Meat is just about done. Our stuffing done, so we're going to start adding our sauce to this. We're going to add marinara sauce. If you don't want marinara sauce, this is the time to add your 3 cans of 8-ounce tomato sauce. Go. And we have our diced tomatoes. That's what I'm opening up now. And there are my diced tomatoes. All right. We're going to stir these together. Get some good yumminess going on. Now I need some oregano and my basil. And there we go. Get that all in there. Turn the fire down some and let it just simmer so that the basil and the oregano can cook into the flavors can cook into the meat and the sauce. Grab my plate. And we're going to take our cottage cheese and we're going to unfold our this one up. Get some stuffed ricotta in there. Now, I'm going to stop in a second and let you see what these look like. Now, I'm going to bring it to the camera so that you can see these stuffed cheese. You see that? Hold on, let me bring it back. I'm gonna put all of our sauce in the bottom of our casserole dish. All except for about a cup, because we need some to pour over the stuffed cheese. All right, we're going to pour our sauce into our casserole dish. We're going to save some of the sauce to go over the top. Okay. So we're going to put 2/3 of your sauce in the bottom of your pan. And we're going to save the other 1/3 to go on top. This is what I have in my pan. Now, you're going to place your shells inside of your casserole dish. There we go. Now, you can also do this recipe with, what is the name of the noodles? Manicotti noodles. They look like a long roll. You can also stuff them. But I like doing these, the shells, because they're so much easier to stuff. Okay, we got one more. Here we go. Grab this. Here we go. All right, and we are done. I'll show you what I have in my pot. Can you see that? All my stuffed shells. Now, we're gonna pour the sauce over the top of it. All right, last look in the pot. There we go. Now, I'm gonna wrap this up with foil. We're gonna wrap it tight. This being the short foil. Now, a secret about the foil. This is the shiny side. This is the not so shiny side. Shiny side up, not so shiny side down. This side goes up, because if you put it down like this, it's just like being at the beach and having the sun like this on your face. It's gonna tan you real quick, and if you stay too long, it's gonna burn you. So, shiny side up, dull side down. You do not want your food to, okay. There we go. I have a weird shaped casserole dish. Okay. Now, make sure I cover those holes in there. And let it dry out. All right. I think we're good and tight, and we're ready to go into the oven. All right, I'm gonna put this in the oven, and then remember, 375 for 30 minutes. Take it out, and then you're gonna put the rest of your Parmesan cheese and your mozzarella cheese, sprinkle it on top, and put it back in the oven for 15 minutes and let it cook uncovered, which means no foil. Let it cook uncovered for 15 minutes and then take it out. In the oven for 30 minutes. And we're gonna take this off and see what we have underneath. Ooh, look at that. Oh my gosh, all that goodness. Now we're gonna put the cheese on. Ouch. We're gonna put 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. We're just gonna sprinkle it over the top. Now I'm gonna put our mozzarella cheese on top. We have 2 cups of mozzarella cheese that we're spreading on top, along with our 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese that we have already put on top. Now we're going to put it back in the oven for 15 minutes, uncovered. We're not going to put the foil back on it. We're going to put it back in the oven. So, I'll see you all in 15 minutes. Thank you for joining me today. You can find this recipe and other yummy recipes on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/AskTheNanny. Be sure to subscribe and like my recipe, subscribe to my page, and also remember that the ingredients to our recipe will be down below in the description box. We'll see you next time on Recipes Galore.